Yep, that's on now. I think we'll just go ahead and play this little loving kindness song. I think it's a couple minutes. Just enjoy it. And then we'll go forward and talk about the reason for repetition. I'm going to talk with the people from Tuesday's class today about what have you been discovering about the reality of repetition and how important that is towards our mindfulness and our open heart practice. They're essential to both. And I thought we'd start with this beautiful piece by Charity. Let's listen.
May I be happy, may I be well, may I be safe and sound. May I be peaceful, may I be at ease, with love in my heart and all around. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be safe and sound. May you be peaceful, may you be at ease, with love in your heart and all around. You can sing your love, and you can dance to your love, and you can play your love today, my love. And you can laugh your love, and you can cry your love, and you can walk your love, and you can fly your love all around. Yeah. Here we go. May I be happy, may I be well, may I be safe and sound. May I be peaceful, may I be at ease, with love in my heart and all around. Send it to someone else. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be safe and sound. May you be peaceful, may you be at ease, with love in your heart and all around. You can sit with your love, and you can breathe with your love, and you can listen to your love. It's in your heart, my love, and you can share your love, and you can shine your love, and you can be your love, and you can spread your love all around. Whole world. Sing it for everybody. May we be happy, may we be well, may we be safe and sound. May we be peaceful, may we be at ease, with love in our hearts and all around. One more time. May we be happy, may we be well, may we be safe and sound. May we be peaceful, may we be at ease, with love in our hearts and all around. Big squeeze of love. Get ready, we're going to send it out. Here goes.
So, yeah. Whoosh. All around. Don't we all need that? I don't know what would have happened differently had I been taught that song and asked to practice it regularly. I have a funny feeling, however, based on what we know from the research alone, that the repetition of that, the considerations of that, the understanding of that is a possibility in my life, and then the teaching of that would have transformed. And that's what we're doing here, actually. We're transforming all those old habits of separation, all the old habits of aloneness, all the old habits of negative bias, all the old habits of the repetition of the really torturous stories we have told ourselves throughout our lifetimes about our deficiencies, our unworthiness, our need to be perfect, that somehow we were essentially damaged, flawed, wounded, and unworthy. And the whole point of the loving kindness practice for me is to remember them exactly who we really are. And the invitation we've been given in this precious human life to discover, to know, and to share that very love. Now, love, of course, as we've been talking in the last week, we are starting our month of METTA. We got a little running ramp start by getting into it in April. But today I'm going to go back over like we did on Tuesday, but I'm going to use those Tuesday participants to help me to talk about what's been your experience in the last few days since you guys have been hopefully practicing with at least one or more phrases of loving kindness, and why the repetition itself is essential. Repetition itself is essential. And so we're going to give up the idea of on the spot, brilliant, spontaneous, profound, eloquent phrases, and we're just going to stick to the map. And the map is we're going to find a phrase. I'm going to offer one throughout the day today again, just like we did on Tuesday, similarly. Nothing's the same, really, right? And then we're going to talk with our Tuesday participants about what's it been like to offer these phrases. I have to say, the minimum for me has been to offer blessings by saying blessings to you at the end of conversations. And people I don't know in particular. We're going to talk about that term a little bit today, may, and how may is an invocation. It is not a command. It is not a demand. It is not a change what's already here. It's to say, and with this too, may we be well. And we'll look at that and investigate that as a little bit as well. I'm going to pull up a writing then here. I don't know if you guys can see that yet. Let me see if I can share that. I think this might help. Yeah, Courtney, thank you. Good, Dennis, thanks. So this is a writing by Sharon Salzberg, and I'd like you guys to come on and read it. We're going to read just a couple paragraphs of this, let's say maybe 4 of The Boundless Heart. She is, of course, Sharon Salzberg herself, the mother of loving kindness. These were her essential practices as her primary practice for many, many years. She learned them in the early 70s. I think it was something like 71 when she went to India. And she, of course, has been only in the last then 40 years become more and more understood to be a beautiful teacher, contributor, and continuing student of the practices. So I'd like us to read 4 paragraphs. Could someone come on, whoever, we're just read, and
Okay.
then I'll ring the bell, and then we'll just have somebody else come on. How about that, Dennis?
Okay.
All right. Yep. I've got the bell in my hand. If you would just read that first paragraph, thank you.
The Boundless Heart. A metta practice begins with the instruction of the Buddha. Sit comfortably. This direction, implying kindness towards oneself, ease and gentleness, can be confounding. Many equate spiritual growth with struggle and suffering, yet it is not necessarily the suffering itself that is transformative. What is transformative is opening to that suffering with spaciousness and compassion.
And then someone else for the second paragraph.
That opening itself is loving kindness. The flavor of metta permeates the practice, from continual purification of our motives for doing it to the skillful means we employ to persevere in the face of difficulty, to the patience needed to forgive ourselves and begin again after distracted and forgetful. Most simply, we assume a comfortable sitting position so that we can more easily relax and let go of any sense of struggle.
Someone else? Thank you. You just have to click unmute.
Metta practice relies on the principle of gladdening the mind, that is, practicing gently the reflections and actions that point us back to the radiance and purity of our own minds. We can start, for example, by taking delight in our own goodness, actually calling to mind things we have done out of good-heartedness, perhaps a time when we were generous or helped someone or told the truth when it would have been easy to tell a lie, and rejoicing in those memories, not to develop conceit, but to celebrate the potential for goodness we all share.
Thank you. I'd like to read at least that final paragraph, which starts with, if we can't.
If we can't think of even one good thing we've done or one thing we like about ourselves, we contemplate the universal wish to be happy. It is said in the teachings that all living beings fundamentally want to be happy. It is because of ignorance that we continually act in ways that increase our own or others' suffering.
If we could get one more person to read that final paragraph, I think that'll do it for us. Come on and
Our
say.
innate wish to be happy isn't something to be afraid of or ashamed of or afraid of. In a sense, it is one of the best things about us. If we can combine this wish with wisdom instead of ignorance, it will guide us unerringly toward the happiness, toward the realization of our potential as human beings.
We begin to gladden the mind by consciously thinking about these things, to incline the mind on purpose. This is the beginning of awakening confidence in our own ability to love. I'm going to be sharing with you again and leaving on the screen, because I know some of you are visual, and that visualization for the repetitions that we're going to be practicing today can be helpful. Here's what will happen. See if the Tuesday group already practicing this doesn't affirm this. It will feel awkward, unfamiliar, not yours at the beginning. I want to see if you notice at the end, not only a qualitative felt sense of connectedness to the words, a familiarity, but an actual leaning in with the whole mind and body. If the body itself doesn't begin to settle in, be cradled, embraced, and held by those very words. These words are nothing special. They just happen to be words that were offered by Thich Nhat Hanh in one of his offerings on loving kindness. But we're going to this week find the simple phrases, one or two, that you will then offer throughout this week as we practice the concentration of resting in our own open, spacious, loving, and available hearts. We used words on Tuesday like inclusion, words like expansive, words like connected, words like light, love, peace, ease. These are all definitions of the friendliness, of the connectedness, of the open-heartedness, of the selfless love that we are talking about here when we use that word metta. So I'd like you to prepare for sitting. I'm going to go grab a little blanket and remember the first words here of the Buddha. Sit comfortably. Let's see what posture feels most available for you. Remember, when we say sit comfortably, we're talking about two qualities, not one. The two qualities that we're talking about then are the quality of support, the quality of wakefulness, the quality of alertness, attentiveness, presence. The second quality is the quality of calm, of ease, the one that we do not have to artifice, we don't have to make up, we don't have to construct or fabricate anything at all. I want you to find that posture for yourself while I grab my sitting shawl. Because that feels like conducive conditions for me. Being a little chilled will invite wakefulness. It's not by itself a bad thing. What it can also do, however, is be distracting. So we're checking in with our posture itself. The first instructions of the Buddha here. Sit comfortably. And so finding that upright or reclined, whatever it is a dignified posture. You are inviting wakefulness, attentiveness, I think we're okay. Let me bring that screen back for us. Just resting. And one of our habits then, as we set our motivation, we generate motivation of open-heartedness for this practice today. One of our habits is to immediately mistake loving kindness or metta as some special feeling. We're going to abandon that idea today. We're just looking for a sense of goodness in ourselves, in an act of kindness, care, compassion, love, patience. And remember what the teaching said. If we cannot find it in ourselves in this moment because of our own egoic habit for over cherishing ourselves and then over condemning ourselves when we don't meet that expectation, yep, they go together. See if we can't think of a moment where another saw the goodness in us. If we cannot see it in this moment in ourselves, it would be my strong preference that you find a moment where your body, mind, and heart open to another in a small or large act of connectedness. Recollect this moment. And then we set the aspiration that this moment be the moment from which all other moments come, and that we reflect, remember, embody this very goodness in all actions, in all speech, in all thought. And that, in fact, we have some agency and sovereignty over this, beginning with the seed thought, may I be happy. And then may we offer this an ever expanding, boundless heart to all beings everywhere without exception. omitting none, omitting none, awakening us and freeing us all. And so inviting that friendliness, that open-heartedness right here as we make contact, as we turn the mind towards this body sitting comfortably. I will name parts of the body, and I'd like you to invite a phrase of metta, of loving kindness, as we touch into these parts. And so feeling the feet, for example, really entering into the feet, the coolness or the warmth, the moisture, the dryness, the contact with hard or soft, feeling the reality of these feet this very moment, placing all one's attention there as best you can. And then generating this aspiration from this heart of metta. May these feet be healthy. May these feet be well. May these feet be happy. May these feet have ease. May these feet be free from distress. Whatever phrase is coming for you, invite that phrase. And breathe it there down and into the feet. And then not only to the surface of the feet, but deep, all the way to the marrow of the bones in the feet. Wrap these feet in loving kindness. And then moving to the legs. May these legs be well. May these legs have ease. May these legs be healthy. May these legs be free from distress, from harm, from abuses internal and external. May these legs be happy. And then touch into your own heart, seeing what gift of generosity, of goodness, of patience, of love, of friendship and connection is available here, and make that offering. Metta is gift giving from the open heart. Moving into the area of the hips. Be watchful of the habit to think, if only the hips were something else, then I could make the offering. The practice and work is unconditional, not based on liking the hips or not liking, not based on the goodness that one perceives or the badness that one perceives. It is the opening of the heart to the hips, no matter the conditions or circumstance. unconditional. May these hips be well. May these hips have ease. May these hips be healthy. May these hips be free from internal and external harm. May these hips be happy. See what happens as we most freely, most lovingly, most with friendliness, with care, offer these blessings, this gift to the hips. Making contact with the hips and staying in contact, being watchful of the habit for distraction, forgetting the object itself of our love. Stay grounded in the direct experience of the hips. And then moving into the area of the back. Feeling into the back. Tightness or looseness. Comfort or discomfort. See what's true for you and just see if we can open right here to the direct experience of sensations available here in the back. And then gathering that metta, gathering that friendliness, gathering that love and those wishes and offering them here to the back. May this back be well. May this back have ease. May this back be free from distress. May this back be healthy. May this back be happy. Breathing into the area of the back, making contact and offering our whole hearts. Whatever is available here. Moving into the shoulders and the arms. The hands, the fingers. May the arms, the shoulders, the hands, may they be healthy. May they be well. May they be free from distress. May they have ease. May they be happy. Contact with the object of our love is essential. This is a part of our mindfulness practice. And then truly generating a felt sense with one's attention. Remember, not an emotion, but a quality of awakened and opened heart mind. Coming now to the neck and head. Both back and in front. May this neck and head be well. May this neck and head be healthy. May the neck and head have ease and well-being. May the neck and head be free from distress. May it be free from internal and external harm. May this neck and head be happy. And then making sure we make contact with the face, the throat, the ears, the jaw, the chin, the nose and mouth, the eyes, the hair. Moving down from the throat into the area of the chest, the breasts, the lungs, the heart. Touching in and moving closer. Holding this part of the body stable in your mind's eye. And then inviting it into the heart. Your own infinite and boundless heart. May this upper torso be well. May the breast, the chest, the lungs, and the heart, may they have ease and well-being. May this part of the body be free from illness, from distress. May this part of the body be happy. And may it be healthy. Breathing it in. Offering this genuine wish in whatever way you do. With the phrases that ignite that boundless heart of METTA. And moving down into the lower torso, the diaphragm, belly, abdomen, the organs, the systems of digestion, circulation, elimination, reproduction. Placing our attention kindly, lovingly, stably there. holding it in a mind's eye like you would hold a most precious child. And as the body expands and the body contracts, let the breath flow a little naturally. Enjoying the sweetness of the breath, the movement of the breath, the aliveness of the breath as we offer these blessings. May this lower abdomen be well. Infusing this part of the body with love, kindness, care, compassion, friendliness. May this body be healthy. May this body in this area live with ease. May we be kind and friendly with this part of the body, watching our habits, our judgments, our condemnation, demandingness. May this part of the body be free from distress. May this part of the body be healthy. And may this very one right here, may it be happy. And as we are generating the phrases, the felt sense, the objects of our blessings, as we generate this metta, may we let it expand to include the whole body, head to toe, hair to nail, to cells, to pores, to organs, to veins and arteries, to muscles, to bone. May we light up the neural circuitry and invite this kind and friendly, this gentle and loving attention to the whole body. And may we smile at this human body with its resilience, its strength, its mobility, its vulnerability, the reality that this body is impermanent. We bow to the truths and offer this unconditional love and friendliness. May the whole of this body be well. May this whole body be happy. May this body be healthy. May this body be free from illness, fear, pain and distress. May this body have ease. May this whole body, head to toe, be happy. Breathe that in and send that metta throughout the body. May this whole body be filled with loving kindness. And may it be well. May this whole body be peaceful and at ease. And may it be happy. This is my prayer. This is my love. This is my wish for my own body and myself. Breathe that in. Let it be true. You are deserving of this. Your own boundless heart, offered unconditionally to you. It doesn't matter the age, the stage, the qualities, the strength, the weakness, how tall or short, how big or small. This body and you are deserving of this unconditional friendliness. Breathe it in. Soften the body as best you can to receive. Like a gently open hand, we open the whole of the body to these soft blessings. And as we generate this metta for our own bodies, we let it begin as it will in its own time to move out beyond into the field of metta, in which we are all sitting, in which we are all a part of the whole, of the one, of the goodness that moves in all directions. And then we breathe in metta and we breathe it out, filling this field with that warm, soft, loving light. We let this metta generate in the front and behind, to the left and right, above and below, filling all space. remembering that this is not just your heart, this is the collective heart of all beings. There is that radiant, luminous light of love, of understanding, of care, of connection, friendliness, moving in all directions. You couldn't avoid it if you wanted to. And we sit with stability, with calm, with ease, drinking it in, soaking in this goodness, and breathing it out. And the complete whole of the practice would simply be this. There would be nothing else you needed to do, because as the mind touches on other objects, we simply invite them, include them into this field of metta. Already here, we're already immersed in that love and that goodness. Let it touch whatever it touches. Wherever the mind then goes, so goes this metta. And so if the mind falls on body sensations, for example, we could offer the blessing there. May these sensations be filled with loving kindness, and may they be well. May these sensations be peaceful and at ease, and may they be happy. Breathing it in, sending it out. As we rest in the vast open space of metta, maybe the mind comes to rest on sound. The sound of my voice, the sounds inside, outside, the sounds of other living beings, the sounds of the plants, the animals, the trees, the earth. We could offer this metta in this same way to them. May these sounds be filled with loving kindness, and may they be well. May these sounds be peaceful and at ease, and may they be happy. Sounds we like and sounds we don't, distant and near, pleasant or unpleasant. The conditions of the sound are not relevant. This metta is unconditionally friendly. We can open, include, and allow all sounds. And greet this sound with love. Hearing sounds and hearing silence. we could offer metta to both. We could expand and include not only hearing, not only the body and its sensations, we could open them to include thoughts, all mind objects, thoughts, images, perceptions, opinions, beliefs, even our prejudice, our biases. We could offer this unconditional friendliness to each mind object as it appears. May this thought be filled with loving kindness. And may it be well. May this thought be peaceful and have ease. And may it be happy. No matter what enters the field of awareness, all mind objects can be greeted with this unconditional love and friendliness. The distracted and the undistracted mind. The stable mind and the fettered mind. The mind of goodwill and even the mind of ill will. We could offer love like this. May these judgmental thoughts, these harsh thoughts, these condemning thoughts, these self-loathing thoughts, may they be filled with loving kindness. And may they be well. May these thoughts, may they be filled with peacefulness and have ease. And may they be happy. May I draw them close. May I invite them in to the field of metta. And may they be immersed in this connection, this friendliness, this love. We can open them also to include emotions, feelings, feeling tones. Breathing right into the heart space, opening and including whatever's there. Feelings of joy, feelings of despair, feelings of happiness, feelings of sorrow, feelings of confusion, feelings of ease, whatever is arising, we can open and include these feelings in this vast, open, boundless field of metta, embracing them, shining the light of metta down upon and into them. Breathing them in and offering them love. May these feelings be filled with loving kindness, and may they be well. May these feelings be peaceful and at ease, and may they be happy. Opening that vast field wide to include whatever appears, whatever arises and passes, whatever is brief or long, pleasant or unpleasant, whatever we perceive as good or otherwise. May we open this vast field of metta to include our entire human experience, thoughts, feelings, sensations, images, sounds, sights, smells, tastes, and touches. May we, with a vast, open, wide heart, include them, invite them in, and make this offering of metta. May the whole of this mind, the whole of this body, the whole of this heart, may it be filled with loving kindness. May the whole of this body-mind being be peaceful and at ease, and may it be happy. This is my prayer. This is my boundless love. This is my wish for myself and for all beings. May we all be filled with loving kindness, and may we all be well. May we all be peaceful and at ease, and may we all be happy. This is my prayer. This is my love. This is my wish for us all. Resting in that radiant, unconditioned heart of metta. Letting this heart of metta melt into all the others, creating one vast, boundless space of open-heartedness. May we all be filled with loving kindness, and may we all be well. May we all be peaceful and at ease, and may we all be happy. This is our prayer. This is our boundless love. This is our wish for all beings. May it awaken us, may it free us all. And may it transform the world into love. So be it. Taking a moment and gathering that metta, gathering it and placing it here in the eye door, in the ear door, in the mouth. Let it radiate throughout the body. We are then simply breathing, being, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching beings of love. I don't know what else there is to say. Probably not too much, really, is there? But I want to know, as I want you to reflect on what you noticed about the repetitions. The repetitions as we offered this friendliness, this kindness to the body with those simple phrases. May you be well, may you be healthy, may you have ease, may you be free from distress, may you be happy. And then as we offered to those sense stores, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be well and may you be happy. And so just checking in on that, this is the practice of finding a simple phrase, offering it really to everything. And as continuously, as often as you can remember. And we're going to practice that this week because I want you to see how that metta just keeps growing, expanding, including in a way that you cannot, as I cannot, imagine. It's limitlessness, really, truly. And so for those of you who have been practicing this since Tuesday, where we began, the practice of repetition. And there's a little bit of neuroscience behind that, by the way. The neuroscience says where we incline the mind then cultivates a sort of conduit, a habit, a path, a neural pathway, where rather than default into the negative, that negativity bias, into the ill will, into the threat mode, which is so available to each of us, that it actually, with repetition, begins by itself to fall into and rest in the field of metta. And that we must then practice the repetitions so that we can begin to pair the reality of, rather than recognizing and then contracting, that we begin to practice recognizing, holding, and rather than defaulting, opening. And not only opening in awareness, but now opening in love. Whatever version of that is true for you that moment. That wish by itself is enough. The wish by itself is enough. How you feel, the mood you're in, this is not relevant. Metta is larger than all of those conditions, solidly. And so we don't need to worry about that. Let's see what people have to say. I found, this is Courtney, I found the statements that I made to myself this week. May I be filled with loving kindness. Made this practice deeper. Made the days up to today feel more expansive. Absolutely. The mind is actually growing. By the way, we do have fMRI evidence for this. People who do metta and loving kindness actually have larger, thickened cortexes. Yippee. This is all good news. Longer telomeres. Oh, yay. Longer life. These are all solid research studies done primarily, by the way, out of the University of Wisconsin and Richie Davidson there, but not only. Those short statements, though I thought would do nothing, made all the difference. Well, there it is. There it is. Yes, it's true. And you don't have to think so. You don't have to believe in anything. You just have to repeat them. Yeah, I know. It's amazing, right? And check in on how you are right now. Let's just do that. If you didn't practice all week because you weren't there on Tuesday, then can you just feel that sense of openness right now? I can't not smile right now because of the truth of that metta that I have been able, as I hope some of you have, to been able to make contact with. And if you haven't, can we open metta to that? To the one who went, I feel nothing. It's not a particular feeling. You don't have to worry. It's unconditioned. Could you repeat the phrases anyway? It's enough. If you couldn't find a phrase you like, it's okay. Repeat one that you can remember. It's enough. This open, spacious, boundless, and vast, infinite reality is already yours. You have been accorded this by this human experience, and we're just making contact with it. We're not trying to create something that wasn't there. It was always there. We're just touching into it now. Andy says, I was exhausted one afternoon and yet had much to do, some of it quite difficult. The metta phrase, let this be easy, changed everything. Yes. May I have ease in the difficulty as well as the pleasant. Right? And what does that mean? We have transfigured, we have transmuted the mind that went, nope, not, don't, to, okay, let's be with this. Can I love this too? Can I open to this too? Can I honor? Can I allow? Can I accept? All these are versions of the same metta, the same heart. Use the words that work for you. Now remember, I want you to find one phrase, not 15. One phrase. I want it to just become automatic. I want us to work into the automaticity of opening and the automaticity of love. It's right here for you. It's right here. Blessings to you, Courtney. Lisa says, every time you said ease, I felt an opening, especially in places in the body, realized I have been holding, no gripping in contraction. Yep, that's exactly right. I felt the same, Lisa, as well. I felt the same. Now, today we did not include, as we did a little bit on Tuesday, I did not invite anyone else into the field because it just naturally happens. And I want you to begin to get a sense of that. This inclusion already occurs as we open to whatever is in its arising, because others are, in fact, mind objects as well. We don't really actually have to force that to happen. You're going to be interacting, exchanging, relating. This is solidly a relationship practice, beginning with you. Beginning with you. Very difficult for us because we grab the whole of this body, mind, heart being and go, well, I don't know, you know, bad-haired. I don't know. She didn't kind of get it together with the thing. I didn't this, I didn't that. Somebody else didn't this, didn't that. And really unconditional, we can open to everything. And I want you to see that beginning with the repetitions. The other science says what we pair with experience, actually with intention, the actual intention will win. Isn't that lovely? So when we pair metta with the thing we don't like, with the thing we hate, with the thing that's unpleasant, with the thing, actually, guess what wins? The intention. Yay. The intention. It's on purpose. It's actually consuming more of the heart, mind, body, being. We know this for sure. So the object itself, like it or not, is not any part of the problem. It's just what's arising. And by the way, we know it's pixelated. You're not even seeing it in its correct form. You're seeing it with the biased lens of prejudice, with bias, with not liking, with not wanting, with wanting something else, with wanting it a different color, with wanting it to be a certain way. I can't even breathe it all, right? But the intentioned reality of metta, that which lights up the entire neural circuitry and cortex and the body and the open heart, will win out. Love will win out. Yes, oh, yay. And we know this for sure. Here's the trick, opening it to oneself, because we're not very good at that. In fact, we're quite condemning, we're quite loathing, we're quite preoccupied with all of our deficiencies, aren't we all? We could spend all day long talking about what isn't, what didn't, what's not. And by the way, it's a habit of mind. The good news is we can invite new habit. We can correct that conditioning with the unconditioned reality, with the boundless. Anybody else who's got something to say about this? I'll sip my coffee and wait for you to come up. What's the questions? What's the experience? Metta is actually can be a very challenging practice as well as a very delightful one. We are gladdening the heart mind. Anthony, hello. Good
Hi,
morning.
I just have a quick question. I haven't been here for a couple of the other classes, so I apologize if this has already been covered. But if there's like, how can I phrase this? Okay, if there's a behavior that's not destructive necessarily, but that one realizes one would probably be better off without. Um, I'm just going to think of something off the top of my head, just to use as an example. But let's say, okay, yeah, here's a good one. Let's say that there's this kind of like grasping attraction, something like an addictive attraction to I don't know, morning caffeine or something, and I know that it makes me anxious, and I know that I would be better off without it. I can extend compassion to that subtle addictive part of me that that has that kind of like magnetic grasping kind of attraction. Like may I love this as well, like may I love this desire to change my experience or whatever, but I still kind of know that I'd be better off just changing the experience. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course
Yeah.
it does. This is one of the common questions, by the way, Anthony. It's really is, if I love this, am I not growing the wrong thing? Like, am I growing addiction by opening to the addiction? And the answer is no. Here's why. We're not only bringing metta or acceptance, allowance, we're bringing recognition and wisdom to it. And so we're not saying, may you grow happily until you destroy me. This is not the wish. It is, may whatever is needs to be quenched in you, whatever thirst, whatever hunger, whatever fear, may that be done. May that be realized. And so that's the wisdom factor that actually is essential to metta. It is not just opening with, unconditional, what's the word, indulgence. Indulgence. It is unconditional in its understanding. It is unconditional in its holding. It is unconditional in its making contact with the truth of this present moment. But it doesn't mean let it grow. And in fact, you may offer the wish, may you be quenched, so that you do not cause harm.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The idea?
I do. Yeah, I was just thinking that it would be really easy to kind of tweak this to maintain kind of untoward behavior,
Yeah.
or it would be easy to use it as like a spiritual bypass.
Yes. And I think it is actually often done. Like, may I get what I want? Right? This is not metta. There is no wisdom in this. This is actually harming. Don't we know, as all addictive device is harming, right? And so what do we wish for? That emptiness, that hole, that which is craving, be satisfied and recognize it for what it is. And this is a very essential question. And we offer love to that, to also that wisdom, to that seeing, to that knowing. You don't let your daughter put keys in the electric socket. This is metta, right? It's that we don't want to kill the curiosity, and we also don't want to kill the child. And so wisdom holds both, which is, may your curiosity flourish and may you be safe in it. Wouldn't it be true? And may you be safe within it. And so we have to be watchful. And I agree. I think metta is used as often as, may I love myself by giving myself everything I want and need. And I support the needs. And I think we have to be watching the cravings and the craving of our own mind, right? Like, I need this. I want this. I like this. And we know the liking. And also, by the way, it's got that craving quality. I think that's one of its tip offs. And by the way, it is never quenched. The addictive nature is not quenched by metta. It actually fights, it screams, no, I want to play. I want to play it out. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to have to. Metta is, in fact, the most loving parent that says, it's not best. It's not kindest. It's not in your interest for this to happen. And you're going to get an opportunity, both personally and as a parent, to do that 100,000 times with the egoic screams that we all have when we bow to the truth of metta and wisdom in it. So thank you. That was an absolutely stunning question. Does everybody understand that? I hope so. Metta does not mean whatever you want goes. It does not mean I get to indulge. I get to, in fact, it's quite dangerous, damaging, and the opposite of metta. Actually, metta says, not right now, not best. Not most healthy, not most in service to you and to others. And I think those are kinds of inquiries that we learn. It doesn't mean we don't open to the truth with love. It means out of love. We also renounce. We also restrain. We also offer boundary and limit out of love. And don't we? Yeah, you know this. I have something here from Dennis. Let's see. And Andy. My metta for my body increased greatly and my attachment for my body greatly decreased. Isn't it true? Isn't it amazing? When you reminded me of the impermanence of the body, that's right. We go, wait a minute, though we can regard it, though we attend, though it's a reality, a relative reality, ultimately it is not the greatest of me. It is not who I am essentially. That the body, though we care for it and offer metta, we understand in the offering, don't we? Its impermanence, its conditionality. Its conditionality. We are not actually offering that this body never have pain. May we be open in love and kindness towards the realities of this human experience. Yes, Dennis says, I experience metta, of course, easily, often, when we are with children, as we began today with them in that beautiful song. I thought we might enjoy that. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you to Dennis and Andy and to all of you who are contributing. Any final words on this? Any more understanding needed as it relates to the science? The science says pair all experience with awakening and with love, and all will be well. And all will be well. You will see most clearly from that lens, rather than from the lens of rejection, rather than from the lens of denial, avoidance, rather than from the lens of preference, right? But we have to open to their reality with an essential kindness first, so that we can see unobscured of heart, mind, and body, unobscured the reality, which is, this probably isn't the thing to do right now. And so I noticed a little fun. Yes, neurons that fire together, wire together, changing the mind, the body, and the heart for the good. And that is Rick Hansen, who we love. And the truth of it is something I want you to have direct experience with this week. Find your phrase, repeat it often, and let's see what happens. If it does not ignite your own boundless heart, that actually means you're looking for something else. Looking for something else. And that ego will scream. That ego will scream. I have been enjoying these practices profoundly, by the way, myself. I have never, in all my many years of practice, I have never done exclusively metta practice for a month. It's why I thought to invite it. Remember, it is also a concentration practice. It is not just a feeling practice. In fact, we have to hold the objects in attention. Then we have to hold the phrase in attention. Then we have to hold the experience itself in attention. And that is by itself a concentration practice. Mindfulness is essential to the practice of metta. You will forget the phrase, you will forget to offer the phrase. This is how we cultivate concentration. We're going to remember, offer it, and then do it again and again. This is the repetition that's essential. Feeling it or not feeling it. We're not waiting for that. Don't go, well, but I didn't feel it, so what's the point? Nope. Say it anyway. Offer it anyway. Incline the mind towards the good anyway, and it does make a difference. I love that truth. I love that. All right, everyone, let's sit for a moment together. Thank you all for being here. We're going to come back to rest in that golden light, that soft, that warmth, that spaciousness, that field of metta that includes inherently the wisdom of that genuine wish for you to be truly well, truly happy, that you might be peaceful and at ease, and that you be filled with loving kindness, with metta and its wisdom. May we all be filled with loving kindness, and may we all be well. May we all be peaceful and at ease, and may we all be happy. This is our prayer. This is our love. This is our genuine, wholehearted, and boundless wish for ourselves, for each other, for our loved ones, for those in need, for those being born, for those dying, and for all those in between. May we offer this in every thought, in every word, in every action that we take. And may this practice today contribute. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be practicing some version of metta for the whole month. I'm really looking forward to that with you. If you missed the Tuesday version of that, I will always do some version of that as best I can. Of course, the Tuesday version was not quite like this one, but let's use the ones we can participate in. And if you have any struggle with this, please let me know. By really filling your own heart, mind, body with metta, you can then extend it to include all those others who are in need of that well-being, in need of that ease. And I want to call to mind a few people. One is Renee and her family, who are going through a difficult medical condition with a grandbaby. We are sending infinite metta and blessings and compassion to you. Please know that that is happening. And to Fatma and Steve, we send blessings for recovery, for ease to you as well. And may we all be well. Thank you so much. Love to you all. Any difficulties, please let me know. We'll be on this for a while. We are going to become one gigantic Metta team. I'm looking forward to that with you. Be well, everyone. See you on Monday night, where we will be doing some portion of this Metta practice. Tuesday, Thursday with Greg, and then again next Saturday. I look forward to seeing you then.